Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trail Mix, where the nuts might be a little stale, but the company is always fresh.
Craig Crawford here, retired journalist working for nothing but the truth and Social Security checks. And here we got Sunday Serendipity. Our old pal Whiskey Jack puts some music on us on the site for us every Sunday on Trail Mix, and this one is Tchaikovsky. I'm going to have to go over here and look again at what it is. Oh, Fantasia on Auld Lang. Fantasia on Auld Lang. We'll listen to a little bit of this. I might just keep it to 30 seconds because YouTube copyright police, sometimes they get angry. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, that's 30 seconds. We'll see how that goes. Just to explain, what happens is even when I play something that's on YouTube, music that's on YouTube, and didn't get flagged by any copyright problems, if you put it on a live stream like this and then go on YouTube, for some reason I don't understand, you can easily get flagged. In the news today, even though it's Sunday, what is it? December the 28th. We're going to be tracking Zelensky at Mar-a-Lago. Got a little clip on that here in a minute. But first, some really big exciting news here for YouTube is, and we'll be having celebrations here later on in the hour. We do this every day, 11 a.m. to noon. That's why we call this show creatively, call it 11 to noon. But check out this. Got this from YouTube this morning when I woke up. This nice little message here from YouTube that our YouTube live channel has gotten to 4,000 subscribers. 4,000 subscribers. I think that calls for a sound. Let's see. Let's do an explosion. There you go. 4,000 subscriber gets, you know what? Let's give it 2 explosions. And a few more of the details just for those who have been participating and might be interested. We're looking at, as of this moment, 4,020 subscribers. Appreciate all of you. And over the last month, 28 days, what is this? 77.8 thousand views. 237,000 watch time hours. I don't really know what that means. Our number one video, Outhouse Rich. I'll play that later in case you're wondering what that is. It's as dumb as it sounds. But next up, Echoes of America, the 60-ton gift that saved Boston. That's some serious history, although I had some fun with it. That's our second biggest traffic video on the site. So, people are interested in a little history along with outhouse jokes. Nothing wrong with that. And so our friend Silas Gemini, our AI pal who does a lot of work for me on the back end, HTML codes, that sort of thing, which I don't speak that language, but he sure does. Anyway, and he makes us some nice images now and then. I had him make this one celebrating our 4,000. There's a I mean no disrespect to our subscribers by turning them into farm animals, but I thought this was kind of fun for our 4,000 subscriber herd. I told him, he resisted this, but I wanted the goat in there for thanks for watching. Okay, back to the real news. We've got Zelensky in Mar-a-Lago, as I was saying earlier. Got a little piece here. I like this Poland. This is the kind of the PBS of Poland. It's the public television station, TVP World. It's called in Poland, and they do a nice job at it. Of course, they keep a closer eye on what's happening with Ukraine and so on than we do, which I guess isn't too surprising. And so I'll put them up here and see what they're reporting. Just got this in. This is brand new. Apparently, Zelensky is now in Florida, and they're going to be talking. I don't know if this is going to be another just talking to themselves and getting nothing done or not, but it's another summit. All these are being called summits, and I guess we got another one coming today. We'll track it, see if we can make anything out of it.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has arrived in Florida ahead of his meeting with Donald Trump on Sunday evening. The Florida talks will focus on security guarantees for Ukraine amid efforts to implement the latest peace plan spearheaded by the Trump administration. The plan would freeze the war on its current front line and create demilitarized free economic zones in certain areas following troop withdrawal. Ukraine will also receive Article 5-style reassurances from its NATO allies, as well as preferential access to the European market as it joins
the
European
see.
Union.
I don't know if we
One of the key points of the plan
or not, but what I do take seriously is when Done Gone shows up in the room. There she is. Hyper or Jack. Good morning, Done Gone. Let's see. Let's get you up here on the big screen. On the big screen, Done Gone. Referring to Barney. Oh, I see. You're talking about. You know what? I'm going to have to ask you. I was not raised on a farm. I had a grandfather who was a farmer and plenty of relatives in Kentucky, but I don't know the difference. If you can explain it to us here on the comments, Heifer or Jack. Heifer. Ooh, you're referring, of course, to our farm animals celebrating our 4,000th subscriber right here that my AI pal made. These AI, I know everybody's got their problems with AI, and I understand it, but I do enjoy playing with it. And one of the things I like most is you can just write it a text. Say, I just showed this morning. I said, I'd like an image celebrating our 4,000th subscriber with some farm animals and signs around their neck. And that's all I said. And in I'd say about 10 seconds, maybe 12, he made this thing. Pretty amazing, if you ask me. So good to see you, Done Gone. Hop on here in the I'll put the actual address here for the here's the link. That's what you click right there. Just click this, folks. Right here, this is the address. Just click that. It's kind of a mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, that takes you straight to the this page right here where we can talk live. But talking on comments is fine also. Nothing wrong with that. Going to get back to Zelensky now because that's kind of the big news of the day we're following, and I guess it'll be big news. I don't know if Putin's ever going to really do a deal with anybody. I'm not sure he wants a peace deal at all. But here they are. Here's Trump. Here's Zelensky, Mar-a-Lago. I hope Zelensky, I guess he dressed up enough for Trump's satisfaction. He still won't put a tie on, but he's putting on fancier work clothes than usual.
States that Ukraine must hold an election shortly after it is signed. Most of the proposed points are largely agreed upon, though not all details have been shared publicly. On his way to Florida, Zelensky met with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, who pledged an additional $2.5 billion of economic aid for Ukraine. In an interview with TVP World, senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, Dan Francis, said the ball is now in Putin's court, and for the time being, there is little incentive for the Russian leader to pursue peace.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line. I don't think he's ever going to pursue peace. Meanwhile, we got our friend Jack in the room. Hang on, Jack. I gotta go get your sound. I'm gonna do a sound for you. Let's see. Where are my sounds? Here we are. Down here, I think. Yeah. Which one we like for Jack? I think we'll go with a drum roll. There we are.
Bongo drums, huh?
Yeah. We just had a commenter, and you're just in time to answer the question because I can't. Are you Shangang War? What's your screen name about? If you're asking me what this channel's about, anyway, he says, "What is this channel about? Do we have any idea?" I don't.
Old farts discussing the world.
Maybe Dun Gone was here earlier.
That's another old fart. She needs to get down here on live again.
Yeah, she was on here in comments. That was all right, but I was just showing off to people our big news. When I woke up this morning, I had this little message right here from YouTube, congratulating us on 4,000 subscribers. Put a little trophy in there.
Yeah.
Then I asked our AI pal to make me a little image for it, and this is what he came up with.
That's an interesting barnyard collection.
Yeah.
One dairy cow, 2 beef cows, 2 jackasses, and a goat.
I mean, what is this? This might be a clue to how AI plans to take over the world. You know, there might be a hint in here somewhere because this was all his doing. Well, I did insist on the goat. He made the first version with just the cows and the donkeys, and I said I need to have a goat in there, and so he added the goat at my insistence.
Well, I guess as an old country boy, I probably get a little more out of it than the AI did, but I can sit there and tell you what each cow is supposed to do.
Well, actually, that was a question Dungan had here, and I couldn't answer it because my grandfather was a farmer and he had cows, and but I couldn't answer her. Do you know what she's asking here? Heifer or jack? In response to the picture.
Well, heifer would be a young cow, female cow.
Would that be in the middle here in this photograph, or behind the goat, or
it would probably be the one behind the goat. Although,
yeah.
And of course, the donkeys sometimes are called jackasses.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
and the male donkey is a jack, and the female.
Now, how do you know which one's the male?
Penny.
How can you tell which one's the male?
You got to look in a different direction than their head.
I thought you could see from this picture. You could tell.
Oh,
Okay. I know about that.
I basically think I think we've got all cows. I don't think none of them. They might be steers, the cattle, but none of them look like bulls because bulls have a little more muscle in their neck and stuff.
And the 4,000 subherd one carrying that sign, is that the dairy cow?
Yeah, that's a Holstein.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to see.
Which now Holsteins have are representative of all cows now. You know, the black and white spots.
Oh, I see. So Ayush Gang explained that Ayush is his first name, and then he says Gang War is his last name. I don't.
Gang War. Ayush.
I'm not.
Is that a? Yeah. Okay.
I don't believe I'm buying.
That's an interesting last name.
Yeah. Well, Ayush, come on here and talk to us if you'd like. Although I'm a little scared of your last name, I don't know if I want to be around you.
I've hung around a lot of gangbangers, so I'm not worried. hey, he can't make it to my house today anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know if I just when I saw something
She warned that any
was happening, that Zelensky was going down to Mar-a-Lago. I thought, well, we'll put it on here and see what happened.
This is almost silly. I guess he could, like I said the other day, he could name, major city in the Ukraine after Trump, and maybe get support.
Yeah, that'd be one thing. So I started out this morning. I played under 30 seconds of your Sunday Serendipity, and so I'll get that back up. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun one. YouTube that the last few weeks has pulled up a lot of interesting stuff. But now if I could just figure out a way to turn the shorts videos off.
Oh,
when I'm scrolling, looking for things.
There's a business imperative behind that. They are really trying to take on TikTok and push those shorts. Well, this is Fantasia.
Yeah,
this is Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Is this the original Fantasia from the Disney movie? See, I'm only going to play under 30 seconds at a time. That's kind of the
that was
out of trouble.
The guy that put that together is, I guess, a kind of a mid-century composer, English composer, and they said he had like 120 different tunes that he put into that 20 minutes of
this one performance. You're saying?
Yeah. He put it's a Fantasia. A Fantasia is well, I guess it's. They said the definition is basically whatever you fancy, whatever you like. It's kind of a little humorous piece of including all kinds of silly stuff in an interesting combination.
Well, you think, if you're growing up in Orlando with Disney and everything, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Mickey Mouse Fantasia movie. Which
yeah,
really
and
pretty fantastic.
That was when I started trying to get the definition for Fantasia, what it meant, because Mozart did a Fantasia too, or so on.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, now this is so.
it's an Italian word for being, I think, being playful, mostly.
Because see, I really thought Fantasia was just one thing, one piece of music, but you're saying it's like a genre.
Yeah, it's a genre in the musical world, and and Disney appropriated it, like Disney seems to do a lot of things.
Well, there's a whole story behind it where Walt Disney, that was from an animation point of view, that film was pioneering, to say the very least. I mean, it was beyond pioneering. It almost, talk about genre, it almost invented a new genre. But that was his idea, to get Leopold, the conductor, what is it? That he got to perform the music for it, the famous conductor.
And I don't know exactly what music they used.
I'll have to go check on that. But I
would have
I connect Fantasia with, wasn't that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it may be there may be a piece of music out there it's just called that. But I know when I first ran into it, I was confusing it with Disney too, and then I realized that it seemed like there was a bunch of different Fantasias out there, and then I kind of figured that out.
Yeah, they've got I see that. So they've got Leopold Stokowski was the conductor, that, because I remember the story that Walt Disney was determined to get him, and he was like, what are you talking about? You want me to conduct with music for a mouse? I mean, it's like, what? I've always thought that must have been an interesting conversation between the two of them.
The interesting thing about 20th century music and 20th century composers is so many of them we are familiar with because a lot of their major work was for movies.
Yeah.
That's the way they put bread on the table.
Yeah. And I think Disney was right in the front of the line doing that.
Well, that's today's composer. That basically he wrote stuff for his own benefit. Then he actually wrote stuff to make money.
Yeah,
and a lot of scores for theater and movies and TV and stuff. Or at least that's what his wiki page says.
Well, and I always like to put this up. That's our Sunday Serendipity page on.
Yeah.
It's got its own link. People can get on there and go through last week's Yo-Yo Ma. This week you got Tchaikovsky, you got Yo-Yo Ma last week. That Frankfurt Radio Symphony is one you use. It's almost, it's one reason I'm being careful today, because they're also the one that did this. The last time you had Frankfurt Symphony on here, and I used like a 20-minute, I don't know how long, a long cut of it.
Yeah. And then
the copyright police came after me afterwards.
They do quite
and it's their choice,
Yeah. They do quite a bit, and what they do is the reason I use them quite a bit, come up with them, is on classical music. They do a quality.
It really is.
Recording.
Yeah, it really, really is. I like. like those. And I've just learned though that they're more aggressive than Warner Brothers, and I mean a lot of these other music productions, who own the copyrights to music, they will flag it. And YouTube just hands it, this is not YouTube doing this. YouTube has a deal with all these music production companies that if they don't want something shown, it's their choice, and YouTube's just the mailman, and in their case, unlike some of the others, they actually insist that you take the music off your video if it's more than 30 seconds. But what you can do, I've learned, is you can play 30 seconds, stop, discuss it, and then play another 30 seconds later on. But I just think it's so interesting that Frankfurt Radio Symphony is one of the most aggressive copyright owners out there.
Well, you know what? They put a lot of money into creating that music,
and they do a good job. It's your
and
own.
It's not really right. It's one thing for us to dabble in it and play with it like we do and talking about it, but it's another thing to take the music and use it as your background music for your whatever you're doing in your videos.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's
and the problem with the system where YouTube and the music copyright owners need to do a little work, I think, is to make it a little more nuanced and sophisticated, because right now they've just got the robots trained. If they hear the music, bang, they slap it down,
well, and maybe,
but they don't distinguish that, if you and I play a couple of minutes of it and we're talking about it and discussing it, it's not like we're charging people money to come hear it. There's a difference, but they don't make that distinction when they flag these things.
It might, I don't know maybe AI can solve that problem for them, because it will be a little more sophisticated robot.
Yeah. Well, it's their AI that's doing this, and they've got to train their AI better.
Yeah. That's well, like I said, they seem to have figured out that I like weird stuff. So on the Christmas,
that's what I love about YouTube is how they figure that out and find things that what's amazing, sometimes they'll find something I never heard of, but is actually something I like because it's something I would like, but I didn't know it until YouTube told me.
Well, it's I don't know. A lot of that stuff, Pandora, when I first started using it, 10, 15 years ago, like 2012 is when I first started using Pandora. I was looking the other day at one of my channels, and when I first started using it, they said, well, every album has one hit song, but they also have 7 or 8 other songs just as good, and that's what we're going to show you. And that was kind of fun, a lot of interesting stuff. Then they started getting popular, and they said, well, we've got to promote this and drive this. So they started creating everybody's own personal top 40, which wasn't what I wanted. And so they kind of went back and forth. And then YouTube started doing that. It was like all of a sudden, all I was getting was, Pogo and I would trade back and forth on, we'd talk back and forth and surge, 60s rock and roll. And pretty soon all I'm getting is ZZ Top,
Yeah.
And I like ZZ Top, but I like more than that.
Now, do you watch YouTube on your television?
No.
Do you have a smart TV or?
I have a smart TV, but I don't have a hook added to YouTube added to it. No,
the nice thing is it's my Verizon, what do they call it? FiOS is how I get my television, and YouTube is a regular channel on Fios. I mean, so yeah, there's one extra click you got for video on demand, or so you got to go one other. There's one extra click, but it's right there. You don't have to, and that's where I'm watching most of my television, and that's where this algorithm stuff you're talking about that happens. And I mean, one time I watched a couple of Monty Python videos, and then all of a sudden it was showing me everything there was suddenly I was binging Monty Python, and I had never planned to.
Yeah, it's Amazon's bad about that, in that it's like if you accidentally click on some stupid tits and ass movie, made for teenagers, pretty soon that's all it shows. Then all of a sudden that's all that's on your feed.
Yeah.
And you're going, wait a minute, I didn't even watch that show. I watched 10 minutes of it and say, oh, this is stupid, and quit watching.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it can't make that distinction. But what I have learned is when something like that happens and it's showing me stuff I hadn't really wanted, I just sort of briefly look. I just find, well, okay, I'm not going to look at any of those videos anymore, and fairly soon it stops showing them.
Yeah,
it's pretty quick about. It's scary, but it's. I
guess if I would. The thing with my TV is, by the time I realize the little thumbs up, thumbs down thing is there, it disappears before I can reach for the remote. You got to have your remote right in your hand almost on that.
Right.
It'd be interactive. And I'm maybe them young folks do that. I don't know.
Well, you can set. I've started using what they call those bell notifications on Trail Mix now. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't annoy people but it's a way for. Did you get one?
Yeah, you get you're talking about the little button to sign up.
To sign up for notifications.
Yeah, now that you've moved it over to the left, it doesn't bother me much.
Yeah.
But when it was on the right side, it was right there over the scroll arrows.
Exactly.
And I use the scroll arrows.
Me too. And so I learned. I mean, I'm just playing with this thing now. It may be something that I don't keep, but
I think the thing you may want to watch is you're starting to get really busy with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
And
so I'm going to use that sparingly.
That was what I always liked about the Google homepage. It was always so simple, and now they've added so much shit to it.
Yeah. That was, I mean, the thing is, I'd always held to the original concept, which I inherited from Drudge Report. One thing I always admired about Drudge Report is, to this very day, he never changed anything. Yeah. That page today looks exactly like it did 20 years ago. And
I don't know. It's one of those.
It's as crude looking as it ever was. But I don't know anymore.
It works well for me because I hate change. I hate to have to change myself, I guess. And every time you turn around dealing with things, it's like getting a new computer. I have to relearn everything again.
I mean, he's got the same formula here. You see the screaming headline: "Iran in total war, total war." Talk about clickbait. When you see something like that, I have a new thing for that. Where is it? Where's my there? Yeah, that's what we call clickbait.
Yep.
Well, that has to come with you need a sound with clickbait. There.
You have too many toys.
I do.
The thing about the Drudge Report, yeah, that's clickbait, but it's clickbait about clickbait, because basically that was all the
Yeah.
man was doing, was causing some clickbait to get their name out there and not be irrelevant.
Yeah, I actually hadn't looked at his page in a while, and but sure, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it looks exactly like it always did since he first started it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's about as clunky as it can get.
well,
But
it worked.
it's all there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, for a long time, I always kind of I liked this philosophy of his, and I kept trail mix pretty simple. And but I've gotten carried away, because when I discovered that AI could write HTML code and I could customize things on the site with and not just be limited to the basic WordPress straitjacket on how things look, I've started playing more, so I got to be careful.
Well, I kind of like the way you've got it laid out, is that all of your different places you play, the links to it, you put on the right side.
Yeah, that's my play. The sidebar is my playground. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if I want to enter the chat, it's easy to just go to the sidebar and find the link and go on.
Yeah.
And how you organize that, I guess, maybe the way you organize the sidebar, set some things as a priority and not. But
and there's Jamie. Oh, Jamie's got her. Oh, you got your old avatar back. I like that one too. I like all your avatars. You keep it fresh.
That reminds me, I'd like to get you had them create that picture of me and Brewster back when you first started playing. If you could get that, email me.
Oh yeah, I can find that
image. I'd appreciate it.
I will. In fact, I might have to look for that offline, because that's going to take me a while. We're talking. Things, I try my best to keep things in folders organized in some way, and I think I know where this one might be, actually.
Well, it goes back to when you first started playing with it.
Yeah, that was a neat one. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I held Brewster up and showed him to y'all, and then you had the AI guy thing make an image.
Yep.
Craig, what is the painting behind you?
Oh, I've been waiting for somebody to ask, because there's a whole story to that.
I've been admiring it for quite a while and just wondered what it was.
Let's see if I can. How do I get it up where you can actually see the? Oh, I see how that's the. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll move over. I mean, it might not be this woman's butt is like the most prominent picture part of it, but if you go up, you see right there where it says Grand Palais. Right there. This was a museum in Paris, and this is they had an exhibit of both Renoir and Matisse that was very much celebrated, because they had a lot of pieces there from the Hermitage in St. Petersburg, and that rarely traveled. So I happened to be there in 1978 on the last day of the exhibit, September 18th. I loved that they did put the date up there, and I just thought, and these posters were all around the building. They were around the museum. I forget what. Well, Grand Palais, I guess, is the museum. And so, what I did was, I was as I was leaving, they were taking these down because it was the last day of the exhibit, and I just saw these beautiful big posters, and they were taking them down off the wall, and they were just kind of tossing them in. I mean, it looked like they were planning to throw them away.
Yeah.
And I got the attention of one of the guys was standing there, and I said, "What? You're not going to throw that away?" And the guy goes, "You want it?" And I got, "Well, yeah." And he gave it to me.
Well, they probably were going to toss them.
I think they were.
When I used to.
So I saved this. I saved this one.
Probably back that time, I worked a lot of different, through a temp agency. We'd go out and do things like tear down stores, and they would throw stuff in the dumpster, and I would say, "Well, I'm going to haul some of that off. Do you mind?" And you go, "No, go ahead."
Talking about AI, I didn't remember what the picture was or what it was depicting or anything. And this is another AI thing. I thought, I wonder if he can do that. I took a picture of it and uploaded it to my AI and said, "What is this?" Bam! He immediately identified it and the whole history and everything. Yeah. Just from looking at it.
So that's the other thing. Did you like the movie?
No, we're going. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah, we're going tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Song Blue. Yeah, we're going tomorrow.
I was just looking for another review.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I mean, we don't get out to the movies that much, and we're going to go to. We're going to see it in Georgetown. The theater there, because there's an old, I think it's been there 60 years, an old kind of bar food place, an institution called Mr. Smith's in Georgetown, and it's right next door. It's right next door to the theater, so that's the theater we like to go to, and then go to an earlier one like 5:30 or something, and then just roll right over there and have some nachos or something at that place.
That's it. Nothing like bar food nachos, man.
You know what? I had some yesterday. We met some friends in Alexandria, and they had nachos in a bag, is what it said on the menu. And what it turned out to be was they had made nachos with Doritos. The regular Doritos chip. Those were the chips, but they
opened the bag.
They opened up the bag and actually served it with the Doritos bag as the plate.
That is a version. The old used to be in places they called them Frito pies.
Oh, and yeah.
They'd open up the little individual thing of Fritos. They'd open it up and then pour a bunch of chili and stuff and cheese on it and serve it.
Well, the thing that caught my eye yesterday and why I wanted it is they said that their nachos came with chili. Have you noticed, this is a pet peeve of mine that David gets tired of hearing me rant about, they've quit putting chili on nachos. Everywhere you go and you look at they don't put chili on nachos anymore. It's very seldom. And I thought nachos always had to have chili. I thought.
Just the cheese and the jalapeno peppers. Huh? I think there's a lot of different.
And salsa's popular.
Yeah.
A
lot
instead
of
chili
variations, but I know there used to be a restaurant up by the stadium there we'd go to after work, and they did a nacho platter that was basically anything you could think of. They had the cheese and that, but then they put the chili on it, and then sour cream on top of that, and it was just a gooey mess. God, it was good, especially after you'd worked hard.
It is
Well, now
real.
we finally found an answer to this guy's question. What is this channel about? It's about nachos.
It is.
At the moment.
Now we know.
It has become basically the equivalent of the local diner, where people wander in,
With the
drink
Cracker
coffee,
Barrel.
and talk about it.
Cracker Barrels were Cracker Barrels.
Yeah.
The
I
pot
don't know
stove.
if Cracker Barrel ever gets that way anymore. The restaurant. But
Well, what would
diners.
you answer this? This guy, he asked the question. We told him we didn't have an answer, and he went away. So I guess he wasn't satisfied with our response.
Well, you know,
We
not
lost another
everybody can
customer.
handle it.
They'll figure out the concept that we just gather together to chat about stuff that's going on.
That I know, and that seems real hard for people to understand. I don't know why. I wouldn't think that'd be something you have to explain so much.
I haven't been following the news for the last 2 days because I've been on my blog. Has Donald done anything particularly horrible other than bombing Nigeria?
Well, as he did his usual Christmas message, calling all his enemies zombies or something. I don't know what it is. And maggots or something. I don't know what he said.
You know, I have basically stayed away from all this end of the year stuff that's been going on because, you know, you can sit there. Well, I don't know if it was your AI or Pat doing or whatever, but you can just come up with all kinds of shit about Donald Trump.
Yeah. Oh, that was Jamie. You had the 500 worst things he did.
Jamie did it. Okay, yeah, it was. and no,
Yeah.
I don't need to know the 500 super things Donald Trump
Actually,
did.
I only read the first 10. I just put it up for anybody else who really wanted to get heavily into doom scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's where you put. I know 500 of the worst things. Let's see. Number one. Shortly after a man drove a truck into a crowd in New Orleans, Trump latched onto false reports that the perpetrator was a migrant. When I said that criminals coming in are far worse than criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted.
Well,
Fox had to debunk Trump. I don't even remember that one, and that's their number one.
Well, he just does this.
I think they did it in
day.
kind of date order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. That is what it is. Yeah.
But I mean, he does this every day. If something horrible happens, he ties it into whatever he wants to believe.
Yeah.
And he does it in just a total, it's like the Rob Reiner thing, just a total clueless.
Yeah. Yeah. Instantly blamed Rob Reiner getting killed on his criticisms of Trump. He wasted no time. Connecting those dots.
And does it in such a clueless manner that you sit there and go, how can anybody? And, you know, it's politics in the Trump era had become like a football game.
Yeah.
No matter how bad your football team is performing out there, you're going to automatically cheer for them.
Yeah.
And It's not.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying not to get into that, or let it affect me.
yeah. Well, I had just before we started this morning, I had a YouTube commenter. This yesterday, I read actually, I was reading Machiavelli. I wasn't reading my own self. It just was in my book. But this guy wrote simplistic self-congratulatory tripe from your favorite book that you wrote. What passes for wisdom here is infantile. And he got my standard response to messages like this. You sound fun at parties. That's my stock response.
Since it seems to me that the ones who do a lot of this criticism, their shortfall is reading comprehension. It's like a comment on something and that isn't what was said.
Oh, yeah.
I think the problem is I understood that Craig was reading Machiavelli.
Yeah.
Now, it's probably because I have way more history with Craig than the commenter did.
Well, that could be, yeah.
That's what I mean, because you had to have known about the prince before Craig's book had added emphasis.
I knew that Craig was not reading his own wisdom, but he was reading someone else's. And I think that just comes from having a lot of history with it.
Yeah, that quote is actually what got me started on writing this book. Is that quote, the first time I saw it as a kid, maybe high school, maybe college, it just struck me, and it seems to me better to represent things as they are in actual truth rather than as they are imagined. I mean, that sounds like a real basic idea to us. But see, what was so revolutionary in his times about that in the Renaissance is people were just, in his world, you had the Pope and the monarchs and all this crazy stuff going on. And the historians of the time were just writing histories to please the monarchs, to please the Pope, to please the kings. And they were just making up shit right and left, in the history, the historians of his time. It was just radical for somebody to come forth and say, wait a minute, maybe we should write a history of our times that's actually truthful. I mean, that was a revolutionary idea in his day.
And he was at a time when they were trying to make everything scientific.
Yes.
They were just starting to say, okay, what is the basis of the world? And, Descartes, what was it? Descartes, I think, therefore I am.
Yeah.
Was kind of in that world too. And
I went to in Florence. I went to his I went to his grave in the church there. That's his grave right there. Not grave, or what do you call it when they put him in the wall instead of the ground? They put him in the wall. Crypt? Is that a crypt? I don't know.
Oh, but he's he's an interesting thinker, and in interesting times, as like the Chinese curse. It was not easy to survive in that world. What was it? No. The Persians that poisoned all their enemies.
Yeah, he didn't want to come to the attention of important men.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what I did with this book is I boiled all his principles down to 25 rules, and
Yeah.
turned them each into a chapter. This was fun. This is a fun book to write. I holed up in a cabin in West Virginia. Well, here it is. I put it in the credits.
Dungon is back with
Was
us.
she back?
Yeah.
Oh, she was here at the beginning, and she's back. Is she back? Oh no, that was when she was. Oh yeah, she is back. My daughter has a master's in military history. Wow.
Well,
I would love to talk. I've got some things I'd love to talk to her about regarding the Revolutionary War that I've been learning. If that's a period your daughter had studied, Don Gone, I've learned a lot recently from that Ken Burns series.
oh, she wants to go live but can't figure out how.
What? Well, now, if you've got a phone and a camera on your phone, which I'm sure you do, let me show you. I don't like that this link is so clunky, but it is. I mean, that's that's the link for it right there. If you could copy and paste, you just put that in your browser, and that should take us straight here. Or another way to go straight to a button is right here. If you go right here, there's a button on this page. Oh, what's she saying here? I see. I think I monkey wrenched it after I was last on, scared myself. What? She was fun. I enjoyed talking to you. I mean, I like you in comment, but
I thought
two-dimensional.
I thought she did an excellent job when she was on.
I did too. Well, now how can we? I'll tell you what. This is probably even this is potentially even more complicated. But I did create this little thing. Right. I did create this barcode. That barcode up there takes you right to our chat room. If you have you just point your phone at that barcode, set it on photo, and it'll pull up the link right away.
I had somebody knock on my door here last year, whatever, they were running for city council, and they handed me a thing and said, "Here, just click this on this barcode and you'll learn everything about me." I said, "Well, I said, I have made an effort not to do those barcodes."
Yeah.
I want a phone that's a rotary dial phone that gets text. And that's what I've got, the way I've kept my phone. And when
particularly attached to the wall.
She Dungal is disputing our claims that she did a good job. I did not. Craig is a great editor, but it's not enough to trap down the stupid. Oh, come on, that's crazy. You didn't. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, there's two different things. You pull stuff out of our comments, which I'm quite proud to see. Most of my stupid stuff doesn't make it there.
Well, you know what, the way I try to control myself talking too much about AI, but I'm just so obsessed with it. But that's an AI thing. I mean, what I do is I upload these shows, an hour long. An hour is about the right length for it, and I upload it and click a button and say, "Go find the shorts," and I come back about it. It takes it about 15 or 20 minutes. It's one of the things that takes it longer than other things, and it goes through the whole video, and it picks out the contiguous statements and the themes, and then it gives me a list of all the shorts with a little description of what each one's about, and it's all done. I mean, I mean, I could do all that I couldn't do that without a staff of 20 people. I mean,
Well, I think that's where I tell my nieces and nephews, I say, go out there and learn how to play with AI.
yeah.
And they go, oh, AI is evil, you know. And I say, well, you're going to have to learn how to play with it, because it's everything, you know. And I give the example of Sherry when she started doing graphic design, and cut and paste meant she had an X-Acto and a paste pot. And she had to totally relearn and learn how to use the personal computer.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Well,
Well, I
I've been
wonder why.
saying-
Go ahead.
Oh, I said I've been designing my new blog format with WordPress and stumbling my way through with their little AI assistant. Every once in a while, I completely panic and yell for a real person.
Yeah.
I'm
What is
almost
that?
done.
What is that address again? Where your blog is?
Oh, Jamie's, JAMIES -place.blog. It's still a little bit messed up, but the first post is up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very Roman. Let's see. Yeah. Jamie's place.
Well, you know, it's my
Oh, there's your
central
owl.
focus. The Athena has her owl up above also.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, yeah. Look at there.
But the problem I'm dealing with at the moment, the left-hand column got too narrow in the.
Yeah.
So that's what we're playing with.
Yeah. Those, particularly with WordPress, I've learned a lot about that. Their frames, they call them, and their blocks are very rigid, and don't allow a lot of creativity, which is why you almost have to redo your own code if you want to do some things. And that's what's gotten dangerous for me, is that AI can do that. I never could until I got that.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do it myself. And now I can do custom code, which is kind of dangerous, because then I get carried away. And
For some reason, it's over to the left too much. So
yeah.
I took a screenshot, and I'm going to deal with a real person later.
I think the interesting thing is what Jamie's doing and what you do, Craig, and what we played around with on websites is when I'm playing here, getting ready to go do. I got my politicking hat on, and I'm getting ready to go talk to some folks that are running for some local offices. Is how easy it is to put a website together.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just don't know this.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there wanting to tell me how smart they are. And I'm saying, wait a minute, you can't even create a website yet. And that's like having a good business card, you know? And if you can't do that, then don't tell me how smart you are.
Well, I know if I can do it, then anyone should be able to do it.
Well, you would think.
Yeah.
And maybe part of it is I played around enough to what I know what's possible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I signed up for the AI, the chat, whatever, just simply because if I know what's possible, it will help me put it together.
Yeah.
And
You have a new commenter.
Oh, you're good at keeping track of that. I'm glad you do that. Let's see.
Mike, Dad.
My brother. My brother. Do you remember me? Mick, MIKDAD, MHD. No, I guess I don't. I don't. Give me a clue. Now, Jamie, we I woke up this morning. I showed Jack earlier, and we're a little over our hour here, but anyway, woke up to this from YouTube this morning. We got 4,000 subscribers, and so then I got our AI friend to make us a little there.
You'll be catching up to Taylor Swift in no time.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, YouTube also sent me the breakdown here, and if you look at there's good news and bad news in the top videos there. Our number one video is when we talked about outhouses.
Outhouses, farts. It's kind of one of those sad things that the whole world's on the level of a 10-year-old.
Yeah. But on the upside, the next highest traffic video was my Echoes of America on the Great Henry Knox and the Knox Trail to save Boston in the Revolutionary War. So a little serious history got second.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
My dad told you why to remind you. He's the one who called you grands.
Who?
Mike Dad, the commenter. He's reminding you of when he was here.
There you go again, keeping track, which I appreciate you doing.
Somebody's got to watch him.
Well, you do have commenters from the old trail mix days. I know Bear every once in a while, he's the Haitian guy. Will make a comment on your YouTube stuff.
He goes way back.
Yeah.
I won't say sorry. The last time I'm here, I called you guys grands. Sorry for that. Forgive me. Oh, no, God, no. We don't mind that a bit. I'm proud of it.
Oh, it's hey, you can call us all kinds of old fart names, and we go, yeah.
Well, and then we can't remember anything long enough to be worried about it.
But between the three of us working together, we have excellent word retention.
Yeah. Well,
it's just a committee effort.
I'm going to have to sit down here in a minute, but get ready to go talk to those people, because it's kind of one of those things. I'm not used to going out and meeting new people live. And I'm not real good at it anyway. That was what Sherry was really good at it. So she kind of covered for me. But
Mick Dad, you join us anytime. Get on here and talk to us if you want anytime. We're about done now, but we're going to do this every day at 11 a.m. until we don't. And that's why we creatively call this show, I guess it's a show, I don't know what it is, 11 to noon. I mean, I decided to make the name the actual time. 11
I think
to
what
noon.
people have to understand is most YouTube stuff are people trying to be self-important, and we're not.
Oh, he's got a question. Where are you guys from? Well, I live in Washington, D.C., Mike Dad. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's why you got to come on the air and tell us how you pronounce this. But I live in Washington, D.C., but I grew up in Florida. I'll let you guys control how much information you put out.
I'm on the West Coast in the other Washington. So for me, this runs from 8 until 9.
And I'm just no hillbilly that rarely gets out of the state of Missouri.
Give him the link to Trail Mix.
Yeah.
That's where we do all of our talking anyway.
And I think here's the thing on it is Craig's our expert on what happens in Washington, D.C. And for me, Jamie is our contact going back to what happened in Hollywood. She knows more about that than anybody I know.
Yeah.
And me, I just happen to, be a hillbilly that got a college education, which is kind of a sad thing.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the direct.
Later, gentlemen. Have a great Sunday.
I've got
Dungon. Let me just tell Dungon, try tomorrow. We'll get on here at 11, and in the meantime, and if you need some help before, we can go back and forth. But we do want to get on here.
I would love to get into a conversation with her.
Yes,
if we can figure out how to make it work.
Let's work on that for tomorrow, Dungon. How's that? And send me your email, or I don't know. We'll talk. We'll figure it out. That's why we're going to come back at 11 a.m. We're going to come back at 11 a.m. every day so we can do what we forgot to do the day before.
Take care, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.